Canadian Bulldog from Wrestling Merchandise and Memories. That's merchandiseandmemories.com. And as part of Figure February, today we're counting down the top 50 WWF Hasbro figures. Now, unlike many of our other top 50 lists, this ranking is completely based on my personal preferences and not any scientific criteria. Still, I did manage to establish some ground rules. If a figure was repainted or a piece of clothing was added, it can only count as one figure on the list. However, figures that use different molds to capture the same character can be ranked more than once. This list only includes figures sold in retail stores under the WWF Hasbro banner, so mail-away variants aren't included, nor are those that were designed but never released. Likewise, any figures that came out after the Hasbro boom of the 1990s aren't eligible for this list. OG Hasbro's only. And figures that were packaged as tag teams maintain that status in my ranking. So, for example, Head Shrinker Fatu won't outrank Head Shrinker Samu. Just before we get started, wanted to let you know that Wrestling Merchandise and Memories has almost 100 unique top 50 lists on its site. Everything from WrestleMania moments to biggest rivalries to even ECW and WCW legends. Check it out at bit.ly/top50lists. Number 50, Hasbro made a few different figures of Randy Savage while having the license. The third figure he had was part of Series 5 and depicts the Macho Man in the white, yellow, and pink gear he wore towards the end of his WWF run. Number 49, the first of 5 Hulk Hogan Hasbro figures came out in 1990's Series 1 and had the Hulkster decked out in his classic yellow shirt and trunks with Hulk rules printed across his chest. He was posed to deliver a gorilla press slam to opponents. Number 48, Ludwig Borga was included in the hard-to-find Series 11 collection in 1993 and was a fairly new character in the WWF at the time. Decked out in a black singlet with Finland's colors, Borga's figure was quite accurate to his character at the time. Number 47, released in 1993 as part of Series 5, Jim the Anvil Neidhart didn't come in his standard Hart Foundation gear, but rather the blue trunks and yellow taxi-style boots he wore when tagging up with Owen Hart, making this a very unique figure. Number 46, the third and final Hasbro figure of Crush was released in Series 11 and portrayed his look from when he was a heel managed by Mr. Fuji, complete with black face paint, a goatee, and a purple singlet bearing his name. Number 45, Razor Ramon was released in Series 7 and repainted in Series 10 and came with a sneer across his face and was dripping in gold necklaces. He also wore a vest and his logo on his trunks. Number 44, Hulk Hogan was one of 2 wrestlers to have a new figure in each of the first 3 Hasbro series. Series 3 depicted Hogan in his Hulkster Rules shirt and bandana and posed to deliver a Hulkaplex to his opponents. Number 43, he's the Mountie. He's handsome, he's brave, he's strong. As part of Series 5, the Mountie came in his red and black RCMP gear, a brown hat and boots, and was armed with a removable shock stick. Number 42, the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase's second figure was released in 1991 as part of Series 2. Decked out in a green tuxedo and somewhat bulkier than his original figure, DiBiase came with the $1 Million Championship. Number 41, the $1 Million Man's first Hasbro figure was released in 1990 as part of Series 1. While slightly smaller than his Series 2 counterpart and also holding the $1 Million belt, this figure came in a much cooler black and gold. Number 40, while the wrestling world wasn't likely clamoring for a Skinner action figure, this Series 5 release was a great depiction of the man from the Everglades, complete with an open shirt, gray pants, a beige hat, and a hunting knife around his waist. Number 39, Jake the Snake Roberts' Hasbro figure was part of Series 1 and was a great likeness of the snake. He came with a removable Damien, and his left arm was spring-loaded to execute what Hasbro called a Python Punch. Number 38, Papa Shango was released as part of 1993 Series 6. His face was covered in white and black voodoo face paint. He wore a non-removable hat, and the figure also came with a necklace made of bones to make the character extra spooky. Number 37, Mr. Perfect was first released as part of Series 3 with yellow tights, and then 1 year later in Series 8 with blue tights. His action feature was quite unique in that he could kind of maneuver his opponent into a perfect plex. Number 36, although they were not specifically packaged as a tag team, both Rick and Scott Steiner were released in 1993's Series 9. The brothers had unique, colorful singlets reminiscent of their WCW Gloom figures and could deliver all kinds of suplexes and slams. Number 35, the Tonka was released in 1992's Series 6 and again in Series 9 with different packaging. The Native American had brown hair and a red streak in it and had brown and blue ring gear. Number 34, Hacksaw Jim Duggan's first WWF Hasbro release came in 1991's Series 2. He had a screaming head scan, plain blue trunks, and a removable 2x4. A different version of Duggan would come out in Series 9. Ho! Number 33, the Texas Tornado Kerry Von Erich was released in 1992's Series 3. While the figure itself was fairly plain with red trunks and white boots, the signature move was the Texas Twister Discus Punch, which actually worked. Number 32, the 1-2-3 Kid was released in Series 11. It features the Kid in a blue singlet with logos on it and black boots. Fun fact, the photo on this figure's package has no eyebrows because Mr. Perfect shaved Kid's eyebrows off before the photo shoot. Number 31, while the eye-bulging head scan for this figure of Irwin R. Shyster looks like a reject from the real Ghostbusters, his clothes set him apart. IRS's dress pants, white shirt, tie, and suspenders make this figure very unique. Number 30, the Series 1 release of Brutus the Barber Beefcake, he was also in Series 3 with a different mold, is quite memorable. Wearing eye-catching purple trunks, he comes with the removable hedge clippers and can kind of execute a sleeper. Number 29, the British Bulldog, no relation to yours truly, was released in 1991's Series 4 and is wearing white trunks with the British flag adorned on them. Bulldog also has braided hair and is able to execute a convincing power slam. Number 28, Superfly Jimmy Snuka was released in 1991 as part of Series 2 and captures his iconic look to a T, wearing jungle pattern trunks and knee pads and flashing his I love you hand signal. Snuka is the classic jumper Hasbro figure. Number 27, with his long sideburns and his hair slicked back, the Honky Tonk Man was part of Series 2 and was wearing his classic blue jumpsuit with white highlights. Honky also carried a removable guitar just in case he needed to perform a song. Number 26, released in Series 2, the Ultimate Warrior's second Hasbro figure was a huge improvement over his first jumper figure, decked out in white trunks and boots with neon orange and green accents and fringes. Number 25, while not as colorful and flashy as some of his other Hasbro brethren, the Series 3 release of Greg the Hammer Valentine was a fantastic depiction of the performer, complete with his black knee brace. Number 24, released in 1992 as part of Series 3's tag team subset, the Nasty Boys, Brian Knobbs and Jerry Saggs, are decked out in their iconic black pants, t-shirts with the Nasty Boys logo, and spray-painted sunglasses. Number 23, released in Series 10, Giant Gonzalez towered over the other Hasbro figures and was decked out in a version of his Sasquatch-style outfit that was partly flesh-colored with tufts of brown fur molded on. Number 22, Yokozuna was released in 1993's Series 8 with a red and black sumo outfit, and again in Series 11 with a black and white repaint. He was the largest Hasbro figure in the series with his gargantuan frame perfect for delivering a bonsai splash. Number 21, Akeem was released in 1990's Series 1 and came clothed in a dashiki-style yellow shirt, blue trunks, blue hat, and yellow boots. Number 20, the Bushwhackers were released in Series 2 as part of a tag team set and repainted for Series 10, with Butch also receiving a hat, and they were molded in a signature Bushwhacker walking pose. Number 19, released in 1992 Series 7, Kamala came with his signature face paint, tribal skirt, and garland around his neck. Fun fact, a variant with a moon painted on Kamala's belly is extremely rare and worth a small fortune. Number 18, released as part of 1993 Series 8, the Bam Bam Bigelow figure is literally fire, with colorful flames all over his black outfit. Bigelow also has tattoos on his arms and head. Number 17, the Series 4 release of Ricky Steamboat really leaned into his dragon persona, complete with fins on his headdress and arms and a removable wing piece on the back. Number 16, released as part of Series 3, Sergeant Slaughter is presented exactly as how wrestling and G.I. Joe fans remember him, decked out in military fatigues, hat, sunglasses, and combat boots. He even has one finger pointing at opponents as if to say, "That's an order." Number 15, released as part of 1993 Series 5, wrestling superstar Virgil is wearing his post-bodyguard outfit of white trunks and boots with red trim. He also has a spring-loaded punch as his signature move, perfect for decking opponents or cajoling fans into buying his autograph. Number 14, while Shawn Michaels was first released as part of the Rockers tag team pack. Here we are referring to the Series 7 release and Series 10 repaint, in which Michaels is wearing his signature Heartbreak Kid gear and sunglasses. Number 13, released as part of Series 2, the American Dream at the Rhodes is wearing his classic WWF gear of a black shirt with yellow polka dots, yellow knee pads, and white cowboy boots. Number 12, released in 1992 as part of Series 3's tag team subset, the Legion of Doom, Hawk and Animal, have face paint, black and red outfits, and spiked shoulder pads. In fact, if the shoulder pads were removable, that might have made them number 1 on this list. Number 11, released in Series 9, Doink the Clown is in full evil clown mode with colorful face paint and multicolored clothing. Doink also has green fabric doll hair atop his head, making him a unique Hasbro figure. Number 10, the Series 3 Big Boss Man is far superior to his first release, including a more slimmed down look for his babyface run, a blue and black prison guard outfit, and a removable nightstick to serve up his brand of hard time. Number 9, released in Series 1, Andre the Giant is wearing his iconic black single-shoulder singlet and black boots. His features are also noticeably larger than most Hasbro's, and his bug-eyed stare is the perfect Andre expression. Number 8 is by far the most impressive Hasbro rendering of the Ultimate Warrior, which was in Series 3. Much more shredded and bulkier than the first two figures. The Warrior is decked out in a colorful purple, yellow, and white outfit. Number 7, released as part of 1992 Series 4 and then repainted for Series 8, Bret the Hitman Hart is a near-perfect rendering of the excellence of execution, complete with mirrored shades and detailed pink and black outfit. Number 6, released in 1992 Series 3, Earthquake is wearing his signature blue singlet with black and white accents on it. But the real star of this figure are his posable legs, which gives him the ability to deliver a sit-down Earthquake splash. Number 5, released as part of 1991's Series 2, Rowdy Roddy Piper is a great representation of his babyface run, complete with mullet, white hot rod shirt, red kilt, and black boots. Number 4, while there were several Hulk Hogan figures made by Hasbro, the Series 2 release was the most unique. Wearing his yellow Hulk Rule shirt, Hogan is posed with his arms clenched to either deliver a bear hug or pose for his Hulkamaniacs. Number 3, the Series 1 rendering of Randy Macho Man Savage is his most iconic look. This version has his signature sunglasses, orange trunks with stars, and yellow knee pads and boots. Ooh, yeah! Number 2, released as singles with Axe and Smash in Series 1, and then as a tag team with Smash and Crush in Series 2, Demolition's Hasbro figures are the picture-perfect representation of this legendary team, complete with face paint and black outfits with silver studs across them. And the number 1 WWF Hasbro figure is The Undertaker. Released in Series 4 and then repainted in Series 8, this time wearing a cloak. The Undertaker wears black gear and gray gloves, and his features are eerily accurate, right down to his intimidating death stare. Well, which picks did we miss? Which ones did we misplace? Let us know in the comments below, and be sure to look out for more Top 50 lists on this channel, as well as going to bit.ly/top50lists.